Have you ever changed the oil on your Volkswagen and thought, that's it, job done? Well, what if I told you that's exactly when the real damage begins? No smoke, no warning lights, just silent, creeping wear. Every mile you drive, you think you're protecting your engine, but one tiny oversight, one forgotten seal, and you're already losing pressure. These aren't rare accidents. They happen every single day. If you drive a Golf, a Passat, a Tiguan, a Jetta, this video could save you from your next big repair bill. Because we're not here to sell you anything. We're here to show you the truth. The things that go wrong when no one's watching. So if you care about your Volkswagen lasting longer than your lease, hit that like button. Subscribe now. This is Das Auto Diaries. And today we're breaking down the 9 worst mistakes you can make after an oil change on your VW, and a bonus tip at the end that most drivers never even think about. The double gasket trap. Let's start with something almost invisible and yet brutally effective at killing your engine. The double gasket mistake. Here's what happens. You twist off the old oil filter, but that rubber seal, it doesn't come off with it. It sticks silently to the block. You don't notice. You install the new filter, and now there are 2 gaskets stacked on top of each other. It feels tight, but it's not sealed. At first, it's just a few drips under the car. Then it becomes a small puddle. Eventually, the pressure drops, and your engine runs dry, while the dipstick still says full, all because of a gasket you didn't see. The fix? Always run your finger around the mounting surface after removing the filter. Feel it. Clean it. Look for the old gasket. It takes 3 seconds, but skipping it could cost you a new engine. One hidden gasket can wreck your engine. Diesels are especially vulnerable to this mistake. Oil leaks don't always start big, they grow. One hidden gasket can wreck your engine. You won't see a warning light until it's too late. The cold oil drain. You're in a hurry. You pull the drain plug, cold engine, no big deal, right? Wrong. Draining cold oil is one of the most common and most quietly damaging habits VW owners develop. Especially if you drive an older Golf, Passat, or Jetta with some mileage on it. That thick, cold oil clings to the inside of your engine like honey in a jar. It doesn't flow, it doesn't drain, and it definitely doesn't take the dirt with it. What you're really doing is mixing fresh oil with old sludge and calling it maintenance. Modern VW engines, particularly TSI and TDI units, are built with extremely tight tolerances. That means more oil gets trapped inside when it's cold, and that means more contaminants left behind. Old oil plus new oil means instant contamination. The fix? It's laughably simple. Let the engine idle for just 5 minutes before draining. You don't need to drive it around the block or redline it, just a gentle warm-up. That heat makes the oil thinner, smoother, and far more effective at taking the dirt with it. VW engines need warmth for full drain. Otherwise, you're just giving the inside of your engine a lukewarm rinse instead of a deep clean. Don't rush the process. Respect the machine. Too much oil destroys turbo engines from the inside. Cold oil clings, sludge stays behind. Warm it, drain it, protect it. Overfilling the oil. Here's a myth that's destroyed more turbocharged Volkswagens than worn-out timing chains. A little more oil means a little more protection. It sounds logical. It's also completely wrong. VW engines, especially TSI and TDI variants, are extremely sensitive to oil levels. And when you overfill, you're doing the exact opposite of protecting your engine. That extra oil gets churned by the crankshaft like a blender on high speed. It foams. And when that happens, your oil pump starts feeding froth instead of lubrication. Pistons run dry, bearings lose protection, and seals start to blow out from the pressure spike. All this while, your dipstick still shows full. It doesn't matter how fresh the oil is. If there's too much of it, your engine is choking from the inside out. The solution? Pour slowly. Check the dipstick after every pour. And for the love of Wolfsburg, do it on level ground. Even a slight incline can give you a false reading and a false sense of security. Precision is everything here. Stick to the marks, never guess. Foamy oil means zero protection. Turbo VWs suffer more from overfill. Check only on level ground. Always double check. Too much oil kills silently. Precision prevents destruction. Skipping the final check. You've drained the oil, changed the filter, and topped it off. Feels like the job's done, right? Not yet. One final step makes all the difference. After refilling, you need to start the engine. Let it run for a minute, then shut it off and check the dipstick again. Why? Because the new oil hasn't reached the filter yet. The first reading lies. Once the filter fills, the real level drops, and if you skip this check, you could be running underfilled without knowing. This is also the moment where leaks show up. That double gasket, that loose bolt, they reveal themselves here. Just 2 extra minutes, but it's the safety net your engine needs. Don't trust the first reading. Run it, rest it, check it again. Dry oil filter. You screw on the new filter, tighten it up and start the engine. But inside, something's not right. That filter is dry and the engine is spinning with no pressure. This is the dry start, and it's one of the quietest killers in a VW, especially on turbo models, where parts move fast and clearances are tight. Even one dry start adds wear. Dozens add up. The fix? Pre-fill the filter with clean oil, just enough to soak the material. Then oil the gasket before installing. It's messy, but it makes sure pressure builds instantly. Don't let your turbo run dry. A wet gasket and a few extra seconds can protect your whole engine. The dry O-ring error. It's the kind of detail most people skip because it looks too small to matter. But one dry O-ring is all it takes to ruin a perfect seal job. When you install a new oil filter without lubricating the rubber ring, you're creating friction between the seal and the metal. Dry friction causes twisting, grabbing, and sometimes even tearing of the O-ring. And here's the worst part. You won't see the damage right away. Bad seals don't show until the pressure builds. Once the engine heats up and oil pressure rises, that tiny twist or tear turns into a leak, and it doesn't take much to start dripping. Many VW owners blame the car when they spot oil in the driveway, but the real culprit is that one skip step. Always lube your filter seal. Just a fingertip of clean oil, swiped around the rubber ring. That thin film lets the O-ring glide into position instead of grabbing and tearing. And don't stop there. Wipe the mounting surface clean. Even a smudge of dirt or leftover oil can ruin a seal. The seal is sacred. O-rings must glide, never grab. Dry rubber and heat always lead to leaks. Shortcuts turn into repairs. Hulk bolt mistake. You just changed your oil. You've got the drain bolt back in your hand. You're ready to tighten it up. And that's when it happens. You go full Hulk on it. You crank it with every ounce of strength you've got, thinking tight means safe. But on a Volkswagen, that logic can destroy your engine. Most VW oil pans, especially aluminum ones, are extremely soft. Over-tighten the bolt and you strip the threads. Sometimes the bolt cracks, or worse, the entire pan has to be replaced. And the worst part? It doesn't leak right away. It holds for a while, until one day it doesn't. You pull out of a parking spot and see a dark stain growing underneath, and suddenly your oil change turns into a full-blown repair job. The truth is simple. It's not the torque that seals the oil. It's the gasket on the bolt. That tiny little ring is doing the hard work. All you have to do is help it. Hand tighten the bolt until it seats, then give it a quarter turn. Or better yet, use a torque wrench and set it between 20 and 30 foot-pounds. That's it. No need to show off. No need to overdo it. Snug, not snapped. Torque it right or pay the price. Hulk strength, not equal smart maintenance. Aluminum pans can't take abuse. Stripped threads mean big repairs. Respect the bolt before it breaks you. Using the wrong oil. You walk into the store, grab a bottle that says 5W30 and think, yeah, that'll do. But if you drive a Volkswagen, that shortcut can cost you an engine. Because not all oils are created equal, especially not for VW's. VW engines require very specific oil certifications, like VW 50, 2.00, 505.01, or 508.00. These aren't marketing codes, they're chemistry. The wrong oil might have the right viscosity, but not the right additive package. And that means it can break down faster under heat, leading to sludge, premature wear, or even turbo failure. Use the wrong type, and you might also void your warranty, especially on newer cars that demand full synthetic. And with the tight tolerances in TSI and TDI engines, even small variations in oil chemistry can cause big problems over time. The solution is easy. Check the oil cap, check your manual, and make sure your bottle lists the exact VW certification. Not something compatible, not something equivalent, the real deal. Your oil is your engine's armor. Don't go cheap, go correct. Always use full synthetic, never guess. Check for VW 502.00 or 508.00 on the label. VW engines need VW oil specs. The wrong oil is a turbo failure waiting to happen. Ignoring the oil light or reset. You've changed the oil, you've checked the filter, you even remembered the gasket. But if you skip this last step, you're still doing it wrong. Every modern VW tracks oil life through the ECU. That little light on your dash? It's not just a suggestion. It's based on real data, driving load, temperatures, usage patterns. Ignore it, and you're not just risking wear. You're corrupting the system itself. Skip the reset after an oil change, and the car still thinks you're running old, degraded oil. That throws off the maintenance intervals. It confuses the internal logic. And when it's time to sell, that missing reset shows up on the scan report. Yes, the ECU remembers, and so will your buyer. Even worse, delaying your next oil change because it looks fine is like ignoring a smoke alarm because there's no fire yet. Reset it, obey it, trust it. The system is smarter than you think, and following it means your engine gets exactly what it needs, when it needs it. Oil light isn't optional, it's survival. The car knows. Do your part. Modern VW oil monitors are precise. Neglect causes mechanical amnesia. The ECU remembers everything, and so will your next buyer. Bonus tip, don't drive off right away. Here's a bonus tip you probably weren't expecting, but it might be the one that saves your engine. After an oil change, do you start the car and drive off right away? Think again. What if we told you those first seconds could be the most damaging? The oil is fresh, yes, but it hasn't reached every corner yet. The filter is still filling. Pressure hasn't fully built. Letting the engine idle for just 60 seconds gives the oil time to circulate and protect. It's a small pause, but one that prevents dry friction where it matters most. Idle first, then move. Let the pressure build before the road does. 1 minute of patience can prevent a future of repairs. So, all these tips might seem small, but together, they're the difference between years of reliable driving and one blown engine. Your Volkswagen was engineered with precision, so treat it with the same. Every detail, the oil spec, the torque on the bolt, the order of operations, it all matters. And it's often what you don't do that causes the most damage. Seen any of these mistakes before? Drop it in the comments. You might help another driver avoid disaster. And if this kind of no BS car care is your thing, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. This is Das Auto Diaries, where the machines matter, and the truth is under every hood. And if you want even more ways to avoid expensive mistakes, watch our video. Volkswagen owners, stop doing this. It could be the most valuable 15 minutes you spend on your car this year.